சாமியை தொட்டா தீட்டாகும்னு சொல்றான். அப்போ தீண்டாம எங்க போச்சு? ஏமாத்துறான்.
Imagine living in a society where your value is based on the caste that you were born in, where caste determines the quality of your day-to-day life. This was the reality of the people of Tamil Nadu. They lived in a society entrenched in the caste system. Basic facilities like water and education were inaccessible. Untouchability prevailed, and the lowered caste were denied entry to the temples. Brahmins, making up only a small percentage of the population, dominated government jobs and wielded considerable influence over society. In response to this marginalization and oppression, the Justice Party was formed in 1916 by C. Nadesha Mudaliar, T.M. Nair, and P. Tyagaraja Chetty. The party aimed to represent the interests of non-Brahmins and challenge Brahminical dominance, laying the groundwork for the broader Dravidian identity that would later emerge. This is when E.V. Ramasamy, affectionately known as Periyar, entered the scene. His anti-caste morals and vigor brought about a revolutionary change in the state. He sparked the Dravidian Movement, aiming to dismantle patriarchy and uplift the marginalized. Before we get into what the movement signified, let's understand the word Dravidian. A Dravidian is a person from South India who belongs to a group of people who speak Dravidian languages. The Dravidian languages are Tamil, Telugu, Kannada and Malayalam. The movement emerged in the 20th century as a political and social movement advocating for the rights and identity of the Dravidian people. Hence, it was called the Dravidian Movement. At the heart of the movement was its anti-caste ideology, because Periyar considered caste as a social construct designed to enforce inequality. He advocated for this abolition to create a society that is fair for all. In 1925, he launched the self-respect movement, which is a radical extension of the Dravidian movement. The movement empowered the marginalized and popularized ideas of sexual freedom and women's autonomy. Therefore, we see how Periyar's ideals are not just limited to caste, but they are intersectional. He believes that caste and gender are interlinked, stating that a way man treats women is much worse than the way landlords treat servants and the high caste treat the low caste. He advocated for women's autonomy long before it became a mainstream feminist issue. Another major principle of the movement was to promote the Dravidian culture. This was done by emphasizing the Tamil language as a cornerstone of regional identity and advocating for its use in education and administration. This was a way of reclaiming the rich yet marginalized Tamil heritage. The Dravidian movement was later popularized through various movements and protests, among which Vaikom Satyagraha of 1924 played a major role. It was a non-violent agitation led by Periyar aimed at demanding temple entry for Dalits. Periyar also took over the Justice Party and renamed it Dravidian Karagam, focusing mainly on Dravidian identity and rights. Even nearly a century later, the Dravidian movement's principles continue to shape Tamil Nadu's politics and society. Parties like the DMK and AIADMK draw from Periyar's ideology, advocating for social justice. Yet, the fight is far from over. Governor R.N. as reported by the New Indian Express, raised concerns about a 40% rise in crimes against Dalits in Tamil Nadu over the past 3 years. A stark reminder of the ongoing struggle for equality across India. Even after his invaluable contributions, Periyar's ideas are often sidelined in mainstream historical narratives. He is often seen as a polarizing figure due to his critique of caste, religion, and Brahminical dominance. Contemporary political parties have also diluted his radicalism to fit palatable agendas, leaving much of his vision underexplored. In conclusion, Periyar E.V. Ramasamy was not just a reformer. He was a visionary who shaped Tamil society with his relentless fight for equality. His legacy reminds us that change is a continuous journey and every step forward requires courage and conviction.